Hi, my name is Debonair Furs, and this is my reflection for Module 7, Online Learning. So what are my thoughts about online learning at the K-12 level, and do I believe it's appropriate? To be honest, I originally did not think that online learning for K-12 students was necessarily the best idea. I suppose that was from my own limited resources and understanding of what other students face in public school systems and charter schools, private schools, etc. However, I thought that online classes and online learning could have been a good supplement type of tool, maybe for like summer school help in courses and such that students needed a little extra practice, or for homeschooled students just for the extra content and interaction. But I just thought that K-12 online schools kind of took away the social aspect of school, and I just think it's really, really important for kids to have a good social environment, because the environment and the social aspects are just as important. I know that with public schools and just with schools where you're going every day, that there's a lot of the good, the bad, and the ugly, and every school district and every area and culture is different. But I just would hate to see the social aspects of school being taken away, because children are so impressionable, and that's just a time in their lives where learning social skills will help them to carry on throughout the rest of their lives. However, after reading the module, I can understand now more how it can still be very interactive, and that there are a lot of ways to use online school. My biggest fear was that students would maybe have difficulty socializing and such. So, especially at high school, when kids are so vulnerable and they're becoming like their own person and learning who they are, I was afraid that there would be students that just maybe didn't fit in and just thought that they couldn't socialize with others, so they may like give up a little bit and just go on to online school and just see if maybe that was for them. And I was afraid that, they just weren't getting that social experience. But I can see now why it is a good idea, and it's a good resource to have, because I don't understand every child's situation, and I can see now that it can actually be very interactive and that they do get some social experience. Should each state require students to complete an online course before graduation? Well, I think that I don't know that it should necessarily be a requirement. I just know that as far as online classes go, some people are really, really good at taking online classes, but for others, sometimes online classes just are a no-go. When I was a young student, even in high school, I just don't think that I would have had the motivation to finish an online class. You're not going into the classroom every day, and it's easier to just, kind of, oops, I didn't get that assignment turned in. You just don't feel that same pressure. So I just don't know if maybe it could help. Maybe it can help with the mindset. I know we live in the technology era, but not necessarily every student is going to be in a situation where they would need an online class. I think it's good to keep it open as an option, and maybe highly recommend them to try an online course. And maybe just to do an online course while in school, like being in a school setting and having 1 hour a day where you're taking the course completely online. I could see something like that, and maybe I just feel like it should be up to the school districts. And I think each school district may be different. I just think they just have to have the resources for these students to be able to take a course. So I don't know if it would be necessary for states to make that a requirement at this time, at least. Describe my LMS experience and which one I chose. I chose the Google Classroom because I already have some experience with Google Docs, and I'm currently in a Google community doing a class through Google. So I already kind of knew some of the setups, I knew some of the quirks, so I just thought that it would be easier for me. And I'm really glad that I chose it because it was really just an easy setup. I kind of already understood the layout and what I needed to put there. What are my likes or dislikes? I like that they had the stream, which is basically just like a news feed right down the middle, so it showed them, in chronological order, and I was able to automatically make announcements. I was able to put the assignments up. I could do attachments. I like that I was able to make attachments to YouTube videos, documents, pretty much anything, videos, pictures, etc. And they popped up and they were right there. I could put a title on it. I could put instructions that were easy to read. There was a section that was about the class where I was able to kind of give a class description. I just really liked the whole setup. I thought it was really easy to use, and I think it would be easy for students to be able to navigate as well. So there weren't really any dislikes that I could think of. I really thought the Google Classroom was a pretty good tool. And how could I use it as a future educator? I suppose that the longer we use technology and the more advanced it becomes, eventually there's going to come a day where, even today obviously, I need to use more technology. I'll be able to use more technology in the classroom. So having the Google type of classroom or something, I could put interactive types of activities, like fun online activities. So instead of just maybe sending my students to online websites and things like that, I could take aspects of websites and maybe attachments and links and YouTube videos and put them right there into the classroom so they're seeing what I want them to see. And obviously it just instead of just having it limited to one website, okay, we're going to this website today, I could have it the classroom and I could have links and things from many different sources and websites, and I think that would be really helpful for students. So that is my reflection, and I had a lot of fun with this module actually, and I think I learned a lot about online learning for students in K through 12. Thank you.